Hey guys, and welcome to, and I guess this will be episode number 5 of Souls and Salvation. So I kind of skipped a little bit. I'm here at, already at Drangleic Castle, and we once again have Whiffy Asteroid with us, so that's gonna be great. This video is actually post commentary. I did not live commentate because I was doing co-op. And because I was enjoying doing co-op so very much that I decided not to live commentate because it was better to just play and make cuts later than have to worry about commentating and making cuts in the commentary and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm actually really late on editing and uploading this video. Sitting here today is the 25th, I think. Yeah, today's the 25th. Bloodborne came out yesterday, which was the 24th. And so that video, I actually recorded a video of Bloodborne. That should be up the same time as this video, or a few hours before or after, however I decide to work that upload. Anyway, so yeah, I actually played this. We had this session a while ago, so I'm pretty late. It's about a week after I actually had blah 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 before. Oh my god, I'm just losing my train of thought. This is about a week late after I'd actually had this recording session. So yeah, been a while since I've played any Dark Souls 2 at all. So. But probably won't play again for a little while because of Bloodborne being out now, and then the Scholar of the First Sin comes out in about a week, or yeah, next weekend I believe, not this coming weekend but the next, and so I'll be getting that as well. So yeah, I don't know if I'll ever, I don't know, but yeah, so I'm post commentating this, so I know everything is gonna happen before you guys do. So yeah. Exciting stuff, exciting stuff. This is actually the first trip to Drangleic Castle I've made since my first Dark Souls 2 playthrough, because when I completed that first playthrough, I turned around and started this playthrough, or started a second playthrough, and then I turned it in. It went from being a second playthrough to a Souls and Salvation type of deal, where I didn't really care about the uploads. I was just doing what I could in my free time just because I enjoyed doing it. So yeah, but yeah, here you got to really watch out. It was suspicious to me when we were at the front door before we came in through that door, that those Royal Knights actually respawn infinitely, I believe. I don't know if that has changed. And when we came in, we had just killed 2 of them and not any had come around to the front. So that kind of threw a red flag in my mind. And so I was not really expecting it to come behind me, but I wasn't very surprised when I seen that Royal Knight or Royal Swordsman just show up behind me out of nowhere, which is kind of weird. But that's, I guess that's just a Souls game for you, honestly. Bum 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 bum. I don't know where our summon went. He took off, and I'm about to get in a pickle. I have several. I don't know. Yeah, I have several close calls in this session, I guess you can call it, this little recording session. I have several close calls, so yeah, I don't know. I was just kind of playing. It was nice to relax and do a little bit of co-op and just kind of play the game, not really worry about having lock-on fail there, but just being able to play the game, relax, hang out by myself, because nobody else likes to sit around and watch me play Dark Souls. But this room here, he's already killed. There's 3 enemies in this hallway, 2 royal swordsmen and 1 Cyan knight, so be prepared for those in the hallway. You actually don't have to deal with them, but there's nothing in that room. That room is absolutely useless. But where I first encountered those first 2 knights that almost killed me, you come through here, and then that puts you behind those 3 enemies in the hallway, and you don't have to deal with them. Don't bum rush into a room like I'm doing here. This is how you die. So myself and my summon kind of we're on the same page in terms of just run in and fuck shit up. Really, that's all we were going for. I think we actually take care of 2 bosses in this episode. I'm not certain, but I'm pretty sure we take down the next 2 bosses. I'm not 100% sure on that though, so don't hold me to it. I can't remember. So yes, we're gonna go ahead and light this bonfire. And something to note: this is actually something I did not know. I assumed it to be true, but I did not know for certain, and it has been confirmed. The ruined sentinels, the ruined sentinels in this room, they actually can and will, if they can, then obviously they will, but they can drop their armor. I didn't know that. I knew there was a way to get their armor, and I knew that in the final DLC, the Crown of the Frozen King, I can't remember what it's called, the Ivory King, I think, I don't know, I can't remember. Anyway, the 3rd DLC, the Winter Wonderland, you can farm the bosses, or the last area you have those knights. You can farm that and get that armor set from the enemies in the boss room. So and that resembles the Ruined Sentinel's armor. But I didn't know that they actually dropped their armor set. I did not know that's how you did. You just had to farm them for their armor set, which is really cool. However, they do not drop their hammer, and that's what I'm all about, is trying to get that hammer from them. And since they don't drop it, I don't have time to mess with them. So, yeah. Also, you seen there I was messing with my upgrade stones. I was trying to drop my fire seeds for Asteroid because he actually uses pyromancy and I don't. So, yeah, I was going to drop those. But you can't do that in Dark Souls 2. And I don't think you can do that in Dark Souls 1. Maybe you can. I'm not 100% certain, because I can't remember, because I haven't played Dark Souls 1 in a really, really long time. Now, the best way to deal with this room we're coming up on here is to just kind of roll your way through it. Honestly, there's really no safe way to go through. You just kind of have to roll and get lucky, I guess, because sometimes I can go through untouched, and sometimes those darts are gonna hit me no matter what I do. So yeah, be careful of this. And I guess you could call this an ambush, but it's kind of not, because they were just waiting. So yeah. But you gotta be really careful not to engage the 3rd one. It's easy enough dealing with these first 2, but the 3rd one just kind of does weird things. He'll throw the balance off, and you just don't want to deal with that. Also, do not get close to the giant picture of Princess Peach over there, because I think it actually causes curse, and you don't want to get cursed. So yeah, there's that. I think after this episode, it may be before the end of this episode, or I may have done it off screen right after I recorded this episode, I take my katana to +10. Oh, and here I'll leave him behind, because once you get to this platform, the dark spirit invades and kind of messes him up. So yeah, but she's really weak. This is the Nameless Usurper, which is Lycia of Lindell. I can't remember her name. Lydia, maybe Lydia. I don't think it's Lydia. That's Skyrim. I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm taking my katana to +10, so that's going to be the weapon that carries me through the rest of the game. as well as the weapon I'm about to pick up, which is the Hunter's Black Bow, or the Black Bow of Ferris, as known as in Dark Souls 1. So yeah, I'll be picking that up in just a second, so that'll be pretty awesome. Let me check my recording, make sure it's working. I don't know if you are working or not. Are you still? Yes, I believe. I hope I'm still being recorded, because I don't want to have to redo all this. Yeah, I don't want to have to re-commentate this, so I hope you're working. Anyway, the orange is acid. Don't really want to mess with that. You can take all your armor and everything off, take everything off, rings and all, and go through that acid without a problem. It doesn't affect your skin, it just tears the armor and metal up that you wear, but your human flesh is perfectly fine. So yeah, and there's the secret bonfire that I wasn't paying attention to when I am commentating this. So yeah, don't forget that bonfire, which I guess it's helpful, but really at the same time it's not. But I digress. Here we have Princess Peach again. You are in the wrong castle. She is in another castle, whatever. But now we are going to fight the dual dragon riders. Yeah, that's who they are. Those guys. And it's really awesome. I say it's really awesome, but these guys are really weak. The archer up top, he has really low health, and you can actually have the red dragon rider knock the black dragon rider, as we're going to show you here. If you cause him to attack, come on guy, like that, it knocks him down, and now he's available to attack. When we were going into the boss room, I was actually considering hanging back and not getting hit in the face like that, but hanging back and sniping from the fog gate when I first come in, and just taking him out that way, because my bow would have done more than enough damage. And you'll see here, look at that, I did a little fancy editing. That's pretty cool. I thought that was a really close dodge, so I thought I would play with my editing software and throw that in. But yeah, I was going to stand at the fog gate and snipe him from the door, because his health is so low. I could have taken him down pretty easily with the bow, but I would only advise trying to do that if you have a summon, because if not, you're really not going to be given enough window of time to do that. Now you can see here I added another secondary window. Something really cool to note is they can be poisoned, which I'm sure most of you know, but I've never seen a boss get poisoned so significantly that their health went down that rapidly. A lot of times when they get poisoned, it goes down really, really, really slowly. So that was really interesting to me, that the poison was so potent against the Dragon Rider. And it's actually, I don't think I show it in this episode, but really, it's really potent against the Mirror Looking Glass Knight. Yeah, but I'm gonna light this bonfire, guys, and I think I'm about to switch over to fight the boss from the other side. I don't remember what I'm about to do. Oh yes, at this point in the recording, actually I meant to cut it, but I'd forgotten to cut it because we were piggybacking at this point, so I was going to go back and let him summon me, and I forgot to cut the recording. So yeah, I'm actually going to cut it here in just a second, because I totally forgot for some reason. I don't know. So yeah, I apologize for this. This is just useless nonsense, me running around. And yeah, you want to kill these guys because you're not going to get that door open before they're on you. So yeah. So now we can open the door. And going backwards, going from the bonfire back out the castle is quite a bit more difficult than coming into the castle, in my opinion. That's just me. I don't know. I just have a hard time of doing things. This Sign Knight set is really, really cool. It's actually one of my favorite armor sets in the game. But you have to farm them, and this is really about the only place here, and I believe one other place is the only. There's only 2 areas here, and in one other area, the tomb. I can't think of what it's called. But that's the only 2 areas you can find them, and there's not very many in the tomb. So yeah, this is about the only areas you can farm them. So they're really really difficult to farm. As you can see here, I'm about to make the cut, guys. So see you in just a second. Alright, so we're back here at the King's Gate, I think is the name of this bonfire. And we are going to proceed forward from here and make it to the next boss. So 10 for the win. I actually was fat rolling, I think, so I needed to change my shield to the lighter of the 2. So yes. Now this next little section can be pretty difficult. You'll see me get a really, really close call here in the next couple of minutes, and boy oh boy, it's one of those situations where you really just need to pay attention to your surroundings, and I have a tendency to not pay attention to my surroundings. Let's see, I got 17,000 souls. Yeah. In this situation, whatever side of the room you engage, it activates all 3. I know you can activate one at a... Actually, I think you have to activate both of them in the room with the ruined sentinels. You have to activate both. Like, you engage both of the stone... I think they're called the stone soldiers. And in that room there that I just left, you activate whichever side of the room you engage. You engage all 3. You can't just pull one of them at a time. So yeah, be wary of that. Now we're going to Soul Greatsword. That is an awesome sorcery. This room here is a real motherfucker. You can see the curve. I mean, that's just insane. This is BS. But he goes up there, and I see this is whoop. Shoot the whoop, man. Not paying attention. I don't know what caused him to pull to me. And oh my god, I have like 2 HP, maybe 3. Oh, but I get a heal in, so we're okay. Everything's alright. We are A-okay. Now, you gotta be really careful because of these great bow archers that are up here. Which, I don't know if it's weird for them to be here or not. They really have no business here. They are the Knights of Sir Alon. So what business do they have here? Because Sir Alon was found in the Iron Keep, as we well know from his DLC. So I don't know why he would have some stationed here. Maybe out of good grace with the King of Drangleic at the time. Also, if you could tell me, because I don't know, what is this? What is red? What does red do? I don't know. I thought red, the only red trap I've ever seen is the spiders. It calls the spiders into them. So I don't know what that red trap is in the chest. I've never seen that before. A really good way to deal with most enemies in this game is poison. He hit them with poison mist. I hit him with poison arrows, and it just really messes them up. So yeah, that's a good way to deal with almost every enemy in the game. Now, what else is there to talk about? Let me see here. I'm kind of losing my train of thought once again. What is over? I think this is another fire seed here. I'm not certain. I'm probably completely wrong. Firestorm. Okay, Firestorm. At least it was pyromancy. It had something to do with pyromancy, so that's good. Down here we have killed most of the enemies. We had one that almost killed me, so that's all good. But actually, we had this problem here. Was it? No, it wasn't mine. It was on the other. When I piggybacked through his world, we lost one of the enemies. Like showed up out of nowhere, so it was weird situation. Apparently, these ancient knights, I guess that's what they're called. Old knights. I don't know. They are weak to thrust type weapons or thrust attacks. So yeah, I mean they not incredibly weak, but significantly weak. Actually, at this point, I believe during the recording, I was watching Epic Namebro. So, if you don't know who Epic Namebro is, or haven't ever watched any of his videos, you really need to watch some of his videos. Super informative, and really, really interesting, really good commentary, really genuine guy. So, go check out Epic Namebro's channel. If you haven't, tell him I sent you. Tell him I didn't send you. It doesn't matter, because I have like 20 subscribers or some shit like that. So yeah, just definitely worth checking out. Along with A German Spy, also fucking great for watching Dark Souls. Because I'm a giant Dark Souls fan, so when I'm not playing Dark Souls, I'm watching Dark Souls or reading something about Dark Souls. So yeah. Shoot. Let's see. Anything else to talk about? Scholar of the First Sin. Watched the Hades Tower of Flame segment, about 10 minutes. I didn't even watch the whole segment. I just watched about 10 minutes of it. And it looked super good. The quality, the graphics increase is just... Graphics quality was unreal for the PS4. The slight changes... To me, I mean, as many times as I've played through Dark Souls 2 and how used to the areas I am, I'm almost... The little changes as they're seen, to me, are huge changes, like giant. In Hades Tower, they moved 4 or 5 Hade Knights, the ones that sit on the ground. They'd been moved there. I seen a dragon... Some random ass dragon just snoozing away. That was fucking crazy. I mean, there was all kinds of things that, to me, I guess, because I've played through this game so many times and I'm so used to the setting, it's kind of second nature. But I suppose from a designer standpoint, they're minor changes. But to me, they were huge changes. Why are they there? Because I guess maybe I was looking at it with an analytical eye, lore and all this crazy stuff. I was trying to think, why would there be a dragon outside the Dragon Slayer's boss room and stuff like that? So yeah, little things like that. I'm interested in seeing if they change any of the boss fights, like the mechanics of the boss fights, change anything like that, which I'm really hopeful they did. And so yeah, Key to the Embedded here. Don't really want to mess with that creepy ass shit. But yeah, I'm really interested in seeing that, because I'm really trying to do the same way with Scholar of the First Sin as I did with Bloodborne. With Bloodborne, I didn't know nothing about it. I know nothing about it. I still don't even know how to do co-op on Bloodborne. I just beat the first boss about an hour and a half ago. No, it was not an hour and a half ago. It was a while ago. I just beat the first boss either way, and it took me like 15 tries. So I actually rage quit at one point. So yeah, it's that's how I'm trying to be. I'm gonna try and make a whole new experience out of Dark Souls 2, Scholar of the First Sin, because when I beat that first boss of Bloodborne, it was awesome. It was absolutely amazing. It was just like playing... I remember playing Dark Souls 1 for the first time, and Dark Souls 2 for the first time. Hell, Demon Souls for the first time. It's just awesome. It's great. It's really great. It's one of the draws to the Souls games, is the victory, you know. And I don't know how many of my viewers actually watch these videos. So if you're hearing me say this, you may just get this. If you've ever played Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, which I'm sure very, very few people have, when you win that one good card on Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, I remember it right now, when I won Dark Magician and Skull Knight on Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories. Only the super nerds are going to know what I'm talking about. Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, Skull Knight and Dark Magician. I actually won Dark Magician first, which was the first really, really good card that I had won. The feeling I got was unreal. I had been farming and farming and farming and farming, and I was not getting any good cards, and I was super stoked, pumped to the max, hyped out of my mind, because I won one Dark Magician. And that's kind of the draw of the Souls games, is when you struggle and struggle and struggle, and you failure after failure after failure, and then you finally win. Oh my God, yes, victory. It's just amazing. It's just one of the greatest feelings in the world. So anyway, back to the video. You got a couple items you want to go back and get. You got Twinkling Titanite and something else there, soul item, I believe. And when you come in here, these knights that carry these horse head demon knights that use the twin blade, you can shoot them before you activate them. If you don't ever step off the stairs, you can shoot them with your bow and it'll kill them in one shot. So that's really awesome. Actually, it may take a couple shots, but it still won't aggro them because of the range. Now, the Looking Glass Knight. This guy right here is really simple. I don't know what it is about here recently, but I've been doing really well on dodging enemies' attacks. I don't know if it's due just because of the frame rate on Dark Souls 2 or what, the iframes and whatnot, but I mean, I still get hit, as you've seen just a second ago. I still took that fucking blade to the face, but for the most part, I do pretty well dodging, I feel like. But yeah, Looking Glass Knight, avoid his shield. It blocks fucking everything. If you throw lightning spears at him and it hit the shield, they're gonna rebound and go back to fucking Majula. So don't even try it unless you got a clear shot. And physical attacks, I mean, that's just a joke, honestly. Now the Looking Glass Knight can summon a certain covenant or a certain ring or something. I can't remember what it is, but it can summon blue phantoms, NPCs. You can see here he's doing it. It can summon blue phantom NPCs and also other players like invaders. So that really fucking sucks if you happen to get an actual real person that invades you. But you can actually stun lock him, or not stun lock him, but the only way to avoid that attack is to stagger him when he is in the middle of trying to summon that blue phantom, and so you gotta try and stagger him. So yeah. And there's the Looking Glass Knight. So there's count it, 2 bosses in one video, and we're still under 30 minutes. The power of editing, people. The power of editing. So yeah, that's about it for this episode, guys. I know I've been rambling and just talking out of my ass and blowing hot air and blah blah blah, but I really hope I can keep making videos for you. I really hope I can keep adding little editing things into it, like the little picture-in-picture I did here in this episode, and I hope you're enjoying them. I'm also hoping to find more time to record more content and play more video games at one time. However, my schedule is so uncertain that it may not happen. So I'm just kind of getting content out when I can, recording it when I can, editing when I can, and uploading when I can. It may take 3 weeks to do all 3 of those things, or 3 weeks to do one of those things. It all depends on how my schedule works out. So yeah, happy spring break to everyone out on spring break right now. I hope you guys are enjoying and we got about 30 seconds here, and then I'm going to be cut off. So until the next episode, guys, it may be a while, it may not be a while, I don't know. So yeah, I'll see you guys in Bloodborne, that's for sure. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed the videos to come, and until next time, see you guys later. Bye.